my feel-good breakfast show.
Only a short break and we are back on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and I'm so glad you are back because we need to delve into the world of entertainment news. All the latest on your favorite celebrities, both good and bad, maybe some sad news too, all in the mix. And I think we're going to start off with a little bit of sad news because we've lost a veteran when it comes to radio and when it comes to television, somebody that's really made her mark with so much grace and so much love, and that is Thabiso Sikwane. She really has just made an indelible mark in her space on talk radio and beyond, and her funeral was not too long ago. And if you didn't know, she's actually DJ Fresh's ex-wife as well, and they've been together a while. They have 4 children together, shared a lifetime, and he was at the funeral too, right? And when he got up there, we saw a different side of DJ Fresh, I think. His vulnerable side when he shared a tribute to his late wife, or ex-wife rather, and he even choked up a little bit, and his kids were even saying, you know what, Dad, you're allowed to cry. We want to see you like this a little bit more often. Show your vulnerable side. That's okay. Because he came up and apologized to her for not treating her the best necessarily in both the public light and privately, and also embarrassing her a couple times throughout their relationship. So it's a tough one to navigate, but I think they handled it with so much grace.
Well, I mean, sorry, man.
I had such a great opportunity to see him in this space with the family all together a few years back. And it's so true that there is this love. And you didn't see a lot of it, but it was there and it was real. And especially with that family. So all I can think of is what they must be going through right now. Because there's definite emotion. There's definite memories that they're going to be cherishing and looking back on. So thoughts and condolences go out to the family that are dealing right now.
Yeah, and she carved a path professionally within that space. Talk radio is a different beast altogether, and it requires a different level of attention and critical thinking, and it becomes the social commentary that kind of guides the nation, certainly in the South African context. So she will be missed, but Fresh, we love you, Guy. To you and your beautiful family, our thoughts and our prayers are with you right now.
Absolutely, man. What a loss. But we move on to maybe a different note where, you know, the SAFTAs was announced last week, the nominations anyway. Good luck! Yes, and yes, viewers, you can vote for her. It's a public voting system. But one that's not a public voting system is all the other categories. And there was one that was highlighted because this guy walked away with 4 nominations. Can you imagine? A wonderful actor named Themba Nkosi, and he is so wonderful. You might know him from a couple of things like Shaka Ilembe. He also was so great on adulting and definitely gained so much fame from his position of being much loved characters. That's Themba Nkosi Mthembu, and he was even shocked by the 4 nominations. He said, oh, okay. And he likened our SAFTAs to the Oscars over in the US, and he said, if I can walk away with 4 of those, then I know that I'm good.
And he might just, because when you're, and Flavour of the Month sounds derogatory, like it's like a flash in the pan thing, but it's definitely not in his case, but he is very much the Flavour of the Month. So, that being said, you want to be hot property right now, so he might just scoop all 4 of them.
Oh, we hope so.
But I think it kind of heralds, we were chatting about this earlier, the streaming era. There is an opportunity for South African actors to make a mark from South Africa. Absolutely awesome. Themba Nkosi, rock on, brother.
Yes.
Rock on.
Now, many people weren't too happy when they found out that the man is actually off the market. They were like, oh, we were fantasizing, we were dreaming about our lives together. And he said, but guys, you all have men. You can allow me to also have my girl and be happy in this relationship. So he's leading up to moments that they tie down the knot. But him and his baby mama have been together for years, and they share a child together, a little girl who's about 4 or 5 years old, and that's just them looking absolutely fabulous. I can't wait to see what the rest of the women in Mzansi have to say about this.
There will be hate.
I just think you need to watch that man, because he's not in it to just do things for our country or continent, but if you look at the rest of the world, I think he'll be playing with some big names soon.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that.
He's already cracked that code.
That Oscar is actually knocking. I mean, he's spoken into existence. Well, let's move on to international news. In fact, this story gets me so excited. It's, in fact, I know it's entertainment, it's fluff, but it's been at the top of my mind for a while. And it's all around Selena Gomez. I absolutely love her. She's my age mate, but let me tell you, we are not playing the same game, all right? She has officially clocked billionaire status. And this is not an easy feat at all, right? She's so good. I mean, from a kid, she was in Barney and Friends. She then moved on to Wizards of Waverly Place. That's how I know her, as Alex Russo. And then she's kind of moved on to her singing career, releasing 3 albums, 44 singles, chart-topping music. And then she released a brand called Rare Beauty. And she just said, this is the space I want to play in. And she did incredibly well in the space as well. In fact, because she's diversified her income so much, that's what's actually propelled her to the status she's at.
Yeah.
So from Rare Beauty alone, it's brought in something crazy, like between 60 and 80% of her revenue that's made her be who she is. So,
And you can imagine that gives you the freedom in the creative space to be able to just do what. But I mean, we're
Exactly.
talking about a young lady that was all but cancelled a few years ago. Let's be honest, the world had written this young
hated
woman
her.
off.
Yeah. Because of the
Good for
Justin
you,
Bieber
babe. Good for you.
incident that happened, but she came back bigger and better, baby. And she also pours in a lot of, I think 1% of the revenue she makes with Rare Beauty into advocating for mental health because she's got bipolar. And so she's also giving back in so many wonderful ways. Oh, we love you here,
What a
Selena.
story, wow.
Such a fan of you. Well, that's where we leave your entertainment news. But I think the entertainment's going to continue.
Oh,
Yes,
I think it is,
please.
man. I think we need a little bit of Monday motivation. And if you love dancing as much as we do, you don't have to be good at it. You just have to love it, okay? You will love this one. From schools all over the Western Cape, like Lavender Hill High School, an incredible outfit, Steenberg Primary and Heathfield High. We're talking about Crestway High School as well, Prince George Primary School. Put your hand up. Hillville High as well. These are just a few of Born to Hillville before you come for me. Just a few of the incredible schools that are part of the MOD program.
Oh man, this is getting pumped. Now, yeah, to start off the week on a high. Yes, it's only Monday, but with Monday motivational dance coming at you, here are the dancers of the MOD program.
Woo!